ended the first live because my laptop is like acting super silly. But so until I can pull up that Bible verse, I will definitely do a quick Bible study with you guys. And I also haven't done a commandment video with you guys in a while, so I need to just make sure I start sticking in my word from now on because, you know. Anyways, so right now what I'm catching is that we're in a season of testing. Like that's what my messengers have been letting me know, like you're being tested and you're being tried. And in this season, not just myself, I know when I go through something, I know all of God's people are going through it. So this is definitely a direct message to all the children of the Most High. Like, you know, like at first I wasn't sure if it was like a test, but like just like maybe a couple of minutes ago or just not too long ago, I had like just like a confirmation. Like I was trying to figure out what God was doing, and you know I definitely received the confirmation. You know, and so it definitely made me feel a little bit better, but still kind of bad at the same time. So in this season, what God is not, He's doing two things, and I'm so grateful. Um, one second. Okay, it's still not working. Whatever. Anyways, really? That's so weirdly. I'm so sorry that's happening to you. I'm sorry. You know what they be doing. Anyways, so we're in a season of testing. Um, I think I did fail like probably one of the three tests that I did have. It was definitely one. In this season, God has been showing me. I don't know. I think He's doing this for everybody, but I know this is what He's doing for me. So you might be able to like resonate with what I'm about to say. But as a child of the Most High, excuse me, one second. Let me see if I can pause this for a second. Can you grab it off my bed? My son wanted a blanket. He's like, I'm like, okay. Anyways, I've been going through a season of testing, and like just basically everything that I used to be really like attached to in the past, or anything in the past that my soul was once tied to. Guess I would have to see the replay. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry that you can't hear me. Mm. I can start it over. I don't know if that's what's happening here. Let me log on from my laptop, and if I can hear myself from my laptop, then you can definitely catch it on the replay, okay? YouTube. I hope you guys are having a good night. I'm having a pretty good night. I feel so good because I've been eating like really, really, really good, like healthy food. You know what I'm saying? Like this is banana, kale, and blueberry, and it's pretty fire. One second. Pretty fire. Bless you, sister. I will catch replay. Take care. Okay. I'll see you later, Lee.
Hi, everybody. Thank y'all for being.
I can hear myself. I'm looking at myself right now. I can hear myself. I I just wanted to make sure you guys can hear me before I went like and did this super long video. Anyways, so I've been in a season of testing. That's kind of why I haven't been posting lately. And I've been just kind of on this self-love journey because I really want to go into the new year just like really just loving me and all of my flaws and everything. And I'm eating healthy and I'm exercising, just doing what's right for me. So when I gave my life to God and I started following like his laws and his statutes and commandments, I know that I fall short of some things, but for like the most part, I consider myself a pretty righteous woman, right? And so I felt good enough to, I just felt good enough. I just felt good enough for God, right? And none of us are actually good enough for God, to be quite honest with you. Like, we're all filthy sinners, right? So, in my, thoughts, I'm thinking that, there's really nothing else that the Most High needed to reveal to me. But in this season of testing, the Most High, He's been revealing a lot to me about myself. Not only myself, but I'm seeing people like that I know, like in my personal life, kind of face themselves from a lot of the wicked things that they've done in the past to other people's and to me. And it's like I'm starting to see God's hand like kind of move in my life right now. And some of the things that I've come to the knowledge of about myself, it's kind of disappointing because it's some things that I thought I was completely over, you know what I mean? And apparently I was not. And so, one thing I will say for myself, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not ever going to be 100% perfect, you know what I mean? And I definitely encourage you not to do it as well. You know what I mean? Also, yeah, so it's just basically God just showing me like hidden sins. It's like things that I thought I've overcome, like just like hidden things. But there was some tests that I did pass, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely grateful for that. Anyways, so we're definitely in a season of testing right now. The Most High this is gonna seem like a lot of stuff from your past, like a lot of past things that you've done that you considered to be like really sinful, or that was actually very wicked and very sinful. It's gonna come full circle, like, and it's gonna be so spiritual because the thing is, the people that it's gonna come through, they're not gonna have any knowledge of, them being the one that's being used and in this scenario, you know what I mean? So, just if you haven't had your testing yet and it's coming, it's either came or it's coming. If it's coming, just like head, this is like a brace yourself, moment. Like, heads up, your season of testing is definitely coming because, at first I wasn't sure what it was, but I'm definitely 100% sure now that we're definitely being tested right now. Somebody actually told me earlier it could just be the devil trying to snatch what God is about to bless me with. I'm like, that could definitely be true. But I definitely did receive confirmation that it is, we are being tested. We're in a season of testing. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, so if you fail, try not to fail because failing sucks. And then it's like God has to take you around that mountain again, So I'm definitely going to be going around a couple mountains with God. But also don't beat yourself up. Just like really start taking notes of things. Like, I really, really appreciate the things that I did fail because it definitely helped me take note of the things that I need to work on. Like, let me give you guys an example. For 25 years? No, not 25. Probably about like 15. So for 15 years out of my life, I used to be a professional astrologist, right? And so if you go from studying astrology for like 15 years to, walking with God, you know what I'm saying? It's like I've only been with the Most High for 3 years. And so he's still kind of like uprooting things out of me that I thought I've overcome. So for the last 2 years, because the first year of my relationship with the Most High was all the way over astrology. Honestly, I didn't even think of it as a sin, right? And for 2 years, I haven't talked to anybody about astrology. Like, I just wasn't really into it or anything like that. You know what I mean? And like, that was a part of my testing, one of my tests. Like, just, are you really over that, Desiree? But there's just, I guess, like what I've been doing for the past couple of years has just been kind of saying like, oh, I don't do that. That's wicked. That's evil. That's sinful. And I believe those things, right? But I've never ever been tested with it. Like, no one's ever come up to me and like asked me like, hey, let's talk about astrology. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess a lot of people didn't know that that was like a serious like thing that I've been trying to, separate myself from, And so, I finally had someone, kind of talk to me about astrology and natal charts and stuff like that. And um there was a little pushback in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, at first I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then, like, eventually I, like, just gave in. And now I'm, like, wanting to know this individual's birthday and, a whole bunch of stuff. So I did fall short there. And later on that night, I did repent. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the tests that I failed. Like, not like being strong enough to say no in a situation where I'm being tempted to do something that I used to do that I know is sin, you know. And so the Most High is definitely working on me about that. Astrology is wickedness, it's evil. It seems so innocent, and it really, really does. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could just, like, I used to just tell people, like, it seems innocent. I'm like, hey guys, I'm a Libra, I'm a Libra, I'm a Libra. Oh, I'm so, like, we're about balance, we're all about scales. Oh, and we're really indecisive people. Oh, and oh, we love to love, we love relationships. Like that, I used to do, that seems so innocent, right? But that's witchcraft, you know? That's wickedness, that's evil, and that's something that I should not surround myself with. That's something I should not be a part of. And I feel kind of horrible for even allowing myself to, fall into temptation with that. But yes, I used to study astrology every day in and day out. And I used to ask people like what their birthday was. And if they told me their birthday, they don't even have to tell me their sign. I would be able to just give them a whole rundown of their personality. And if you were a Leo, oh, you can stay away from me. I'm not dealing with you, right? And so that's like how it was, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my truth. And on this channel, I'm always going to be transparent with you guys. I don't want you guys to ever think that I'm perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you guys to ever think that, I'm like a saint. You know what I'm saying? I'm a righteous woman, but I definitely fall short. You know what I'm saying? So, God pointed that out to me, and it made me break down and cry, because I'm over here thinking that like there's nothing wrong with me. Like, Lord, I'm ready for you to take me higher. You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, well, there's some character flaws that I need to uproot up out of you. You know what I'm saying? And he showed me that I still subconsciously like have a thing for astrology, and it makes sense because it's something that I've studied for 15 years. Now I've only been with God for 3 years, so that's something that's going to take a little time to like, for me to completely forget about and just never ever speak about again. But for God, I'm willing. I just got to make sure that I set boundaries. That's another thing that I learned about myself in that situation. I didn't set a really rock solid boundary. Like when I say I do not want to talk about astrology, that's that. And that boundary cannot be crossed. So not only did I learn that subconsciously, I still have not a love, but, a care or even a thought, I guess. I wouldn't even call it a care. But subconsciously, I still think about astrology. Also, I learned that I don't know how to set proper boundaries. You know what I'm saying? When I like someone, or if I enjoy someone's company, I'm willing to, I kind of open myself up to everything. You know what I'm saying? And like, I have to learn how to allow even if it's God's, or even if it's just my own, my own personal my own personal, rules, life rules. I have to like keep that cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? Also, number three, um, I learned that I'm kind of possessive over people, and it's kind of creepy. So, learning how to set boundaries, learning how not to be possessive, and completely ignoring astrology, like never ever even allowing it the time of day. And it's kind of hard with astrology because it's always in my face, always in my face. But so it's like a daily, constant battle of me fighting temptation, you know? Like, some people are gonna watch this video, and they're gonna be like, "Desiree, you're tripping. It's just astrology." But it's not just astrology. It's demonic. It's wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not supposed to have like any part in that. You know what I mean? Anyways, so that's another boundary that I set. And then I was tested because back in high school, like, I don't really care if people judge me because I was young, but back in high school, I used to be bisexual and I dated women. Okay. And I think a lot of people kind of already knew that, especially if you know me from like when I was like a 15 or 19, But that test even came about, and so I definitely passed that one for sure, for sure, for sure. Okay. Because I'm engaged to be married and I love men and I will never, ever, ever, ever in my life date a crazy woman ever again. Women are nuts. Okay. I stopped dating women when I was like 17. And the reason why I stopped dating women when I was 17 was because, no, I was 18. Like 2 weeks after my 18th birthday, I was done dating females. And the reason why I stopped dating females is because my last ex-girlfriend was a handful. And that's the most polite way I can say that. And so after that I was just kind of done with girls. Like, naturally I quit. So I didn't have to go to God to quit dating females. I was just done because they're crazy. Like, women are so emotional. And I'm like, look, I can't, But so the test to see if I was still like sexually attracted to women, came up. And it also it was a test to see if I was gonna try to like, get at one, And I definitely did not. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna say that. That's too much. But so that definitely happened. So what I learned was that, I have trouble setting boundaries. Um, I'm a little possessive. Um, and astrology. So those are the three things that I've learned. So it's like I'm not like super upset that the Most High is doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of teaching me like, dang, like it's helping me face myself in this season. Like, in this season, I'm facing like myself, things I've overlooked. Like, I don't have an issue. I'm a perfect Israelite woman. I'm a perfect Hebrew Israelite. You cannot tell me nothing. I follow God's laws. I pray every morning and I pray every night. I'm so this, I'm so that. God was like, you're so not, honey. No, you're not. And that's not like how I was like, that's not what I was saying, but those are like kind of like my thoughts. Like, I'm right with God. I'm right with God. And God's like, look, let's clean your house. Let's get your house in order. And so he's pulling all these things out of my house, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I learned. It's like, I still have issues with astrology that I need to pray about. Because I guess overcoming astrology is something that I try to do myself. You know what I mean? But I never asked God to like help me, like help vindicate me or help, relieve me of, astrology. I never asked God to help me, like get that out of my subconscious mind, And so that's something I'm definitely adding to my prayer list tonight. And so then also being a little possessive, and then also setting boundaries, So being possessive, setting boundaries, and astrology. Those were the three things that I've learned about myself in this season of testing, when the Most High is showing me things about myself. And it feels so good to come clean and just talk about it. I know I'm about to get judged.com. You guys are going to have to talk about me though, honey. I don't have any friends anyway. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of like what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to come in here and just be transparent with you guys and let you guys know, like, you may find some things out about yourself. If you fail a test, understand that you didn't just fail, you learned something about yourself that needs to be, corrected, that needs to be worked on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really thankful for my failures and my wins. It definitely shines a lot of light in dark areas or areas that I've covered up with my "that can't be me" thought, And so I'm really grateful, and I hope that someone appreciates my transparency and kind of like applies it to their own life, you know what I mean? Or just like kind of thinks about maybe there's some sort of character flaw that they may have that they need to correct before the Most High, you know what I'm saying? And I'm so grateful. I'm thankful. Like, I feel naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, God just like scooped out every little secret thing. Because to be honest with you, even through the past couple of years that, I've told people like I don't do astrology anymore. God don't like that. God don't like that. So in my mind, like if I hear someone's birthday, I'm gonna be like, oh, they're a Scorpio. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. You know what I mean? Like, and like if I saw two couples together, I'd be like, Scorpio and Leo, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. And so I would, and then like my mind that corrects me be like, Desiree, you're not supposed to be thinking about that. Like, don't do that. Or the Holy Spirit would correct me, like, you're not supposed to be thinking that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just too much, you guys. Like, it's hard, but that's something I'm working on. So I just, for future references, if you start talking about astrology with me, and I'm going to walk away or I'm going to hang up the phone on you because I'm done with astrology and I'm not talking about it with anybody. But as far as setting boundaries with people, like, I'm definitely still working on that. I'm getting better because I've cut off a lot of people. Setting boundaries makes you lose a lot of people, which is very sad. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is, That sucks. And then being possessive, just learning how to let people go. Like if someone doesn't want to be a part of your life, if you lived before, like if you lived before they came around, I'm pretty sure you'll live after they leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be so quick to, give yourself so much to someone who won't stay around long enough to appreciate me, because I have a really good heart and I'm a good person, but I feel like I need to start being a little bit more about who I allow, like in my peace, like my life, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm very valuable in that sense. My heart is like gold, you know what I mean? Like I will give my last t-shirt, I would go naked. I would walk down the street naked just so someone else can have a shirt. You know what I mean? Like that's how good-hearted I am. So I have to really start. That's why the Bible says guard your heart. That makes a lot of sense. It says guard your heart, for out of it comes the issues of life, for real. But my heart's not broken. I feel good. Like I'm not stressed about anything right now. I'm just really just learning and understanding right now. So I feel good. I understand. I just understand. You know what I mean? Yeah. And shout out to my friend Chelsea. Like she really definitely came through for me tonight and just, prayed with me. I'm sorry about my lights, you guys. It kind of went out. But she kind of prayed with me and just talked with me and consoled me while I was going through like a little situation tonight. She kind of just was there, and I appreciate it. Anyways, I'm about to shut this live off, you guys. I just want you to know that it's okay if you fall like short of God's glory. Just get back up, keep trying, keep repenting, keep fighting for your relationship with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because He's fighting for you, you know? Anyways, I just got some new inventory in. I went to the mailbox tonight when I got home and I saw it and I'm like, hey. So I'm about to go get dolled up and go model some of these clothes. So I love you guys and have a great night. Oh, and I will come back and do a video with you guys from Hebrews. We're going to do a study in Hebrews tonight. Anyways, guys, I love you. Good night.